So when God said submission is cool, I'm like, God, what are you trying to say to me? First of all, before I try to explain to you some of the things that God said to me, I want us all to turn the Bible to the book of James, chapter 4, verse 7. Submit yourself therefore to God, resist the devil and he will flee from you. First of all, let's look at this together. What is submission? Submission involves willingly leaning, willingly yielding to authority, to guidance, and to leadership. Now, before you start talking about a will, I want you to know that for a fact that there is something called training. Before you say somebody willingly yields, that means that the person understands what the person has to be a will, and then the person lays it down intentionally and chooses to choose the other option. So when we say submission involves willingly yielding, you cannot actually willingly yield if you're not trained to yield. That is why the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not what? Depart from it. The reason why the rate of divorce is going to triple in the years to come is because we have a lot of people in this generation who are not trained to yield to authority or leadership. Let me explain what I mean. Even as an adult, sir, when your mom or dad is talking to you, you have to remind yourself that you're now an adult, you now have authority, right? There is that innate fear that you have when relating with your parents, because growing up you were taught not to say no to your parents. You were taught to obey your parents. Some fundamental teachings have been given to you that you know. But nowadays we have a generation where our children are already raised to say no, even to their parents. Now let's go to the ladies. At 16 or at 15, that is when a lady becomes self-aware. She becomes more aware of the fact that she is beautiful, that she wants to be seen, she wants to be noticed. Some of those things come to life. She begins to ask herself certain questions, purpose questions like, who am I? What am I to do? All of those questions. Now, at that point, that is when the lady needs the authority of her father, or needs to be under parental guidance to be able to learn how to navigate through life and how to make decisions that will guide them through that phase of life. But guess what? The world has organized and structured a system that would weak ladies out of their parental authority at 15. So a girl of 15 is whisked out from her parents' home and sent to the university where there is no guide, there is no mentorship, there is no one to monitor her, and some of them don't even stay in the hostels. They stay off camp with their fellow friends. No adult to regulate her life. And that is why you're seeing the things happening now on TikTok. You see a little girl shaking her body on TikTok naked. Before, they don't born you well to do that. Do you understand me? Even now your neighbor, when you're supposed to be your parents, then go beat you first when they ask you your papa be.